The DC Titans kept it alive for one more, and now they're going to have to do it again to stay alive for Game 5. Can they get the win here in Game 4? The 2-1 Indiana Elite, 1-2 DC Titans. Game 4. Game 4 is underway. Indiana Elite looking to take the win and close out the series. Washington DC Titans looking to take the win and force a Game 5. Game opens with Terrence Alexander quickly driving to the basket and laying it in. Pete Jones Jr. gets a lay-in as well, and we are underway here in Game 4. Game 3 was a strong game for the Washington DC Titans. And there's a big three out the gate right there for Leon Rice. Remember that the Indiana Elite went 0 for 10 from 3 in Game 3, and there's a block for the Washington DC Titans. So we can see how this one is starting out. Matt Snow up at the top. They'll look to set up. Shot clock now under 10. Matt Snow around the screen. He's looking to attack. He drives to the basket. Hook shot and misses off the right side. Terrence Alexander into Muhammad Celia. He lays it in. Matt Snow up to Pete Jones Jr. Pete Jones Jr. lays that one in. He's got 4 points. As usual, looking like the only person that might know how to score as this one gets underway. Tyson Chapman, the rookie, puts up the hook shot. No good. That one's boarded by the other rookie, Cameron Boozer. Cameron Boozer over to Clem Fandango. Clem Fandango now averaging more points a game than Truck Wallace. He drives to the basket and lays it in off the glass. Terrence Alexander back to Chapman. Tyson Chapman looking to do it again. He backs down against Fandango. Turn around and can't get the roll in. That one's boarded by Truck Wallace, who gives it to Fandango. Clem Fandango. He's going to look to set up and run it again. Fandango to the basket. And again, Clem Fandango with back-to-back lay-ins. Good start here in the first for Clem Fandango. Now Terrence Alexander around the screen, pulls up a mid-ranger, pick and pop, and drops that one in. 4 points for Terrence Alexander on the pick and pop. Matt Snow, Pete Jones Jr. Pete Jones Jr. gets the roll in off the hook shot. Terrence Alexander, he's looking for the screen. Good defense from Matt Snow. Terrence is just going to pull up, and no good. No good there for Terrence Alexander. Indiana Elite will look to set up. Matt Snow, Cameron Boozer against Randall. Cameron Boozer from the side, no good. Put by Jared Randall. Jared Randall, Celia, Terrence Alexander under the basket. He can't get his to go. And a couple misses there for both teams. Here comes Matt Snow. He used the screen, puts up the floater, and drops that one in. Timeout, DC. Back to it following the timeout. Indiana Elite up 3. Just about 90 seconds left here in the first. Terrence Alexander into Randall. Quick mid-ranger. No good. Boarded by Rocco Pebble. Quick pass to find Truck Wallace. He slams it down. Great pass from Rocco Pebble. Truck Wallace opened under the basket. He opens this one with a make. He's on the board. It is Truck Wallace. Matthias Christensen lays that one in. I think he's made 8 in a row if we go back to Game 3. Truck Wallace looking for more. He lays that one in. Truck Wallace. Back-to-back baskets. Truck Wallace looking to have a good game here in Game 4 when the Indiana Elite really need one. Martinelli over to Randall. Randall against Cameron Boozer from the side. No good. Boarded by the Indiana Elite. Matt Snow up at the top. And Truck Wallace again. Truck Wallace. Oh, my. Is it the breakout game from Truck Wallace? for the playoffs. Truck Wallace needs a breakout game here in the playoffs. He's got 6. Alexander all the way for the lane. Less than 30 seconds left now in the first. Matt Snow up at the top. He's looking for the screen. He's going to attack the basket. Matt Snow, he lays it in. 4 points for Matt Snow. Shot clock turned off here in the first. Terrence Alexander over to Christensen. Christensen make it 9 in a row. Matthias Christensen has made 9 baskets in a row going back to game 3. Matt Snow to the basket and rejected, but straight into the hands of Cameron Boozer, who can't get it to go. That's the end of the first. Second quarter underway. Indiana Elite up 5 as it starts. B team is in there. B team in there for the Indiana Elite. And Alan Wells. He's able to lay it in. Alan Wells has become the most consistent scorer on the B team. At the start of Season 2, Coach Pete Jones and Indiana Elite definitely looked to Nomad D Pistol to be the main scorer for the B team. They picked up Alan Wells, and he was just supposed to be a guy that filled out the bench here. And there's another basket for Alan Wells, back to back. That's kind of exactly what we mean there. Coach Pete Jones was not expecting the type of efficiency and production that he's gotten out of Alan Wells. Rocco Pebble with it now. He's looking to take it to the basket, but he dishes it back up to Nomad. Nomad back to Alan Wells. Alan Wells. Oh! Oh, he sat the guy down, and I believe he's hurt. I believe we got a man down over here. The player, they are going to stop play. That's Nick Martinelli. He goes down with an ankle injury. That is undrafted rookie agent. That is undrafted rookie free agent Nick Martinelli going down. We're going to take a quick timeout. 4 minutes left here in the second. We're back to it following the Nick Martinelli injury. We'll get an update on him when we can. Alexander into Randall. Randall able to lay that one in. We will look for an update on Nick Martinelli when we can get one. Alan Wells, quick mid-ranger, drops it in. 8 points right here for Alan Wells. He was wide open right there. Drops in the mid-ranger. Alexander into Randall. Randall looking for back-to-back baskets. He gets blocked straight into the hands of Nomad D Pistol. He finds Gator Wallace. Gator Wallace lays it in. The B team showing some synergy here for the Indiana Elites. Rice, quick shot. No good. Indiana Elite got it together here for Game 4 after an ugly Game 3. Nomad with it to Alan Wells. Alan Wells, he's the hot hand, and he drops it in again. 10 points off the bench for Alan Wells. Rice over to Alexander. Alexander pulls up a quick one. No good, in and out. No good, in and out. For the Season 1 MVP, Alan Wells looking to do it again. Muscles his way in. Alan Wells has got 12 off of the bench. 6 for 6. Alexander, Leon Rice, quick shot. He drops that one in. Quick shot drops there for Leon Rice. And a timeout, Coach Pete Jones. Back to it, following the timeout from Coach Pete Jones. Back to it, following the timeout from Coach Pete Jones. Indiana Elite will look to set up Truck and Truck Wallace. He's going to lay that one in. Leon Rice able to lay that one in. Pete Jones Jr. turnaround fadeaway, no good. Over to Eugene Moore. Eugene Moore able to lay that one in. And a couple baskets able to drop here for the DC Titans. Indiana Elite will set up. Matt Snow into Truck Wallace. Truck Wallace, he's been having a good game. And now he's not. Eugene Moore over to Blake Point. Matthias Christensen, he'll drop that one in. Make it 10 in a row for Matthias Christensen. Matt Snow up at the top. He will drive around the screen into the key and lay one in. Timeout, Washington, D.C. Titans. Back to it, following the quick timeout. Terrence Ward with it. Terrence Alexander on the bench. Terrence Ward walks around the screen, throws up the shot, but cannot get it to go. Matt Snow into Pete Jones Jr. Pete Jones Jr. lays it in. 8 points for Pete Jones Jr. Indiana lead up 15. Terrence Ward around the screen. Driving into the key. Over to Celia. Back to Terrence Ward. Guarded by Matt Snow. Turnaround. Can't get the turnaround to go. That one's boarded by the Indiana Elite. Matt Snow up at the top. Matt Snow, he'll get the screen. Tries to fight around the screen. Good defense from Terrence Ward. Now into Pete Jones Jr., who drops in the lay-in. 10 points now for MVP. 20 seconds left here in the second. Terrence Ward around the screen. Picked up, poked away. He recovers it, though, and lays it in. The amount of times we see Matt Snow poke away the ball just for it to end up in a better offensive position for the DC Titans is hilarious. Matt Snow over to Cameron Boozer. Cameron Boozer lays it in. Great dish from Matt Snow. Cameron Boozer just with his first basket. Last one of the half. Into the second half, Indiana Elite up 17. After an ugly game 3, Coach Pete Jones made all of them spend the night in the stocks, and it looks like they do not want to do that again, as the Indiana Elite have got it in gear here for game 4. But there is still 2 quarters to play, and there is still some time left to go. So Leon Rice cannot get the 3 ball to go, though, and the Indiana Elites are off to a decent start here in the second half. Pete Jones Jr. gets rejected, though, as the rookie Mohamed Sailia picks up another block, and there's the alley-oop from Jared Randall. Indiana Elite's offense looking to get set up. Matt Snow at the top. Gives it to Truck Wallace. He sneaks around for the lay-in. 10 points for Truck Wallace. 5 of 5 from the field. If there was ever a time that they needed a Truck Wallace breakout game, it was now, after that ugly game 3. Not just from Truck Wallace, but for pretty much the entirety of the Indiana Elites except for Pete Jones Jr. Pete Jones Jr. put up, I believe, 20 points in the game 3, and a lot of the Indiana Elite left a lot to be desired in that game 3. Jared Randall able to drop in the mid-ranger there. And Indiana Elite, 90 seconds gone here in the third, as their offense looks to get set up. Matt Snow into Truck Wallace. Channy slams it down. Truck Wallace really is having the breakout game. Not a breakout game for Truck Wallace. We know what Truck Wallace is capable of, but he has not been the strongest player here in Season 2. And he hasn't been the strongest player here in the playoffs, but this is a very strong game 4 for Truck Wallace. They're giving him the ball again, and he drops in the mid-ranger. Truck Wallace, 14 points. He's 7 for 7 from the field. He hasn't missed. Truck Wallace. Terrence Alexander with the quick 3, no good. Boarded by Matt Snow. Matt Snow bringing it back into Pete Jones Jr., and he gets the roll in. 14 points for MVP. Tyson Chapman around the screen, driving, laying it in. Lays that one in. Matt Snow brings it across, and timeout, Indiana Elite. Back to it following the timeout from Coach Pete Jones. The B team checks in here halfway through the third. Halfway through the third, B team's going to check in. Starters taking an early rest. Nomad into the key, looking to attack the basket. Nomad lays that one in. That's his first basket of the game. 2 points for Nomad D. Pistol. Rice, guarded by Wells. Good screen. Rice gets around. He's under the basket, and he's able to get the lay-in. 9 points for Leon Rice. Alan Wells up at the top. He's been having a good game here for the bench. He gets the screen. He's attacking the basket. He finds Rocco Pebble, though, and Rocco Pebble can't finish. Here comes Leon Rice now over to Alexander. Can the Titans look to close the gap with the B team in there? Stroh, Alexander's going to get rejected. Gator Wallace chases it down, and good effort. Good effort, Gator Wallace. Good effort. Good effort. Tyson Chapman, 2 points for the Titans. Nomad D pistol. Works around the screen. He's attacking straight to the basket for the lay-in. Great possession right there for Nomad. Indiana Elite up 19, less than 60 seconds left here in the third. Indiana Elite had a very strong first and second quarter, and they've kept it up here in the third. And Coach Pete Jones whipped them into shape after that ugly game 3. That was an ugly possession, though, as Nomad D Pistol hands the ball to the defense. Washington, D.C. Titans with it. Terrence Ward at the top. Over to Rice. Quick 3. No good. That one's boarded by Wells. Indiana Elite looking to set up into Alan Wells. Alan Wells from the side. No good. I think that might be his first miss of the game. Can't get that one to go. Great dish to find Eugene Moore. Eugene Moore open under the basket for the lay-in. Time winding down. Probably the last one right here of the third. They're going to give it to Alan Wells. And he comes through with 2 points right there. One more time here in the third quarter. Terrence Ward. No good. That's the end of the third. Into the fourth quarter. Indiana Elites are looking to close it out and punch their ticket for the second straight season into the grand finals. Eugene Moore opens up with a quick basket, though, and we are underway here in the fourth. Can the Indiana Elites hang on for a 3-1 series win and take the win here over the Titans? Alan Wells with it. Shot clock winding down. He's into the key, and he gets the roll in. Alan Wells with 16 points. He might be the leading scorer of the game for the Indiana Elite. He's off the bench. Matthias Christensen, though. But you want to talk about a guy off the bench that does not mess around. I think he has made 12 in a row, Matthias Christensen. Leaving the B team in here right now. And why wouldn't you when Alan Wells is the hot hand? He's got 18. Alan Wells, what a game for the broken clock. Terrence Ward throws up the hook shot, can't get it to go, and that kind of shows how this game has gone for the DC Titans. Nomad puts up the quick 3, can't get it to go. That one will bounce out. After a monster of a game 3 for the DC Titans, the Indiana Elites get their big-time game 4, and it's looking like we may see the Indiana Elites headed to the grand finals back-to-back seasons. Alan Wells around the screen, step back. He gives it over to Greg Neal for the alley-oop to Rocco Pebble. Rocco Pebble slams it. Leon Rice around the screen. He's driving and attacking. He lays it in. 11 points for Leon Rice. 3 minutes left. If this is the end, DC Titans, this is the first time that they've made the playoffs in Washington, D.C. franchise history here in the second season. Didn't make the playoffs in season 1, despite finishing with a positive record and Terrence Alexander winning the MVP. Terrence Alexander won the MVP, and they finished with a positive record, but finished outside of the top 6 and were not able to secure a playoff spot. They make it here to the conference finals, find themselves down 2-1, and find themselves down late here in the fourth to the Indiana Elite, and they call a timeout. Back to it following the timeout. 2:22 left here in the fourth. Starters check back in for the Indiana Elite. But as I said, this is the first playoff appearance for the Washington, D.C. Titans. They came in as a number 2 seed. And were able to knock out the Nashville Hobos in the second round. Three ball from Cameron Boozer drops in the 3. Washington, D.C. Titans were able to knock out the Nashville Hobos in the second round of the playoffs. Here in the conference finals, they run into the number 1 team during the regular season, the Indiana Elites, and the runners-up from season 1. Went down 2-0 in those first 2 games, having to face the Indiana Elite at home. Remember that the Indiana Elite went 15-1. 15-1 at home during the regular season. Their only loss to the Chicago Pub Crawlers. So the Elites are a force to face at home. And they, of course, will have home court advantage if they are to make the grand finals, which is looking pretty good. Less than 90 seconds, up 17. Truck Wallace with the slam. What a game for Truck Wallace. Breakout game when the Elite needed him. He drops 16 here in Game 4. So it's looking like, ladies and gentlemen, it will be the Hollywood Revolution, owned by Handsome Be Wonderful, representing the Western Conference. And for the second straight season, it'll be the Indiana Elite representing the Eastern Conference here in the Scuffed Basketball League. And of course, last season, the Indiana Elites went up 3-1 on the London Honeys before the London Honeys were able to win 3 in a row and come back to win that one and call themselves the first ever Scuffed Basketball League champions. Indiana Elite will be headed to the grand finals for the second straight season, and they'll hope that this one ends in a W for the Indiana Elites. 30 seconds left in regulation. Washington, D.C. Titans had a strong Game 3, but the Indiana Elites able to get it done. That's a double-double for Matt Snow. Matt Snow grabs a double-double here in Game 4 to help get the win. Terrence Alexander around with a pick and pop. One more for him. Strong showing from the Season 1 MVP, but in the end, the Indiana Elites are too much for the Washington, D.C. Titans. It's going to be the Hollywood Revolution and the Indiana Elites in the Scuffed Basketball League Grand Finals.